for package from China. Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we have a very nice product. This is from the brand Retroflag. For the people who don't know, Retroflag making a lot of different cases in the past. For example, the SNES, Super NES, I did some reviews about it, so check it out. And even the Sega Mini Classic casing. Really like all of the casing, very high quality. So I was very surprised and excited at seeing they have built themselves a GPI case. So this is more like a Game Boy clone. You can stick a Pi in it and you can do a lot of awesome stuff. Some people will say it's technology, but I say it's just magic. It's just magic, people. Alright, so what are we going to get? Let's talk about a little bit of the box first. I really like the presentation. At the back we're finding some information of the part that comes with it. Keep in mind, buying this thing doesn't mean you can just pull it out of the box and play some games. There is some little bit of assembly needed and you're going to need to buy the Pi. And no power supply. No. So yeah, this is what you're going to get, people. The box is empty. So I can throw it in. Because people like it. Yeah, do it again. Alright, let's see what's inside the box. And what are we going to get? Alright, let's see what are we going to get. Of course, the system itself. We're having this little case or cartridge where you're going to put the Pi in. We're having a USB cable. Little rubber thing. Ooh, not to forget. Piece of toilet manual. Yep. Toilet paper manual. Yep. And we have here a little plastic bag, plastic, and comes with a screwdriver, some little spacers, the things you're going to need to assemble it. But what you're not going to get, and that's something I still want to show you, need to buy a Pi. You can buy it from Kiwi Electronics, for example, or Amazon, what you like, and you're going to need an SD card. And these two things are not included. Alright. I'm going to show you how to assemble it. This is going to be one big wicked adventure. Wicked assemble! First, we are going to wrap ourselves a Pi. Ooh. Alright, SD card. I already added the firmware on this thing, so keep that one in mind. I'm not going to show you in this video. Here we have the little bag that contains all the screws and little things we're going to need, even this little ribbon cable. Alright, tiny screws. So if you want to have an explanation how does it work, how you need to assemble it, I must say this toilet paper manual is not bad at all. Everything is very well explained. So this is going to be alright. Alright, so let's talk about the system itself. So the idea behind the card is very cool. So when you turn it around, you can just slide it in very easily, and it's connected to your GPI case. So let's do a little overview what are we going to get, and let's play some games, of course. So let's talk about the D-pad. The D-pad has a very nice touch. It is a little bit loose, and you can see it on the camera, but that is something I've noticed. At the right side we're having 4 buttons, having the original color of the Game Boy, if I can remember it correctly. Got a very nice touch. Here at the front we're finding select and start, these rubbery buttons like the old Game Boy. And speaker over here, and we're having a headphone jack. Here at the right side we're having volume control, and of course where you can put in your SD. At the back we're finding 2 shoulder buttons. We're having here the battery compartment. I am using just normal batteries. You can use rechargeable if you like. And here you can find, if they are getting out, I just wanted to show you. Here we can put the safe shutdown on and off. So this means if you're having the script installed, you shut down the Game Boy and it shuts the software off. Alright, and here a quick side-by-side comparison with the original Game Boy, just to give you a little bit of the measurements between the 2 systems. And what you can see of the Retroflex GPI case, it is not the same measurements. It looks a little bit like the Game Boy, but it's still totally different. One of the things I've noticed that the original D-pad of this original Game Boy is way bigger. Personally, I think this is a big deal. I really like big D-pads. And if you look at the touch of it, this got a way better touch than the GPI case. So here in Europe, I think there were a lot of people having big hands. So that is why I really like the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. But if you hold the Retroflex, it's very small. It's not small like an LDK. Check the video if you missed it out. But still, personally, I really prefer the old case, the big one, the clunky one. I love it. And here at the left side we're finding brightness control for the LCD and a little plug. So if you have rechargeable batteries, you can recharge it. So that would be very cool, don't you think? Alright, let's power it on. If you have installed the firmware and every update you needed, you're going to get the Raspberry Pi or RetroPie installing file. So if you don't see anything, you did something wrong. So if you want to know what kind of support the RetroPie system has, as you can see, a lot of support. This is not even all. You can install way more kind of games like Atari, DOS, Homebrew. There is so much possible with Raspberry Pi. But keep in mind, the Zero is the less powerful version. Alright, so let's talk about the screen itself. I really like what I'm seeing here. What you can see, it's a very beautiful screen, colorful, EPS, it got a very nice view angle. So I think this is a very big positive side of this GPI case. Alright, let's play some games. So here at the right side we're finding volume control. I set the volume in the software maximum. And the speaker is very loud, as you can hear. Right, on the left side we're finding brightness control, so that is very awesome that it has. So if you want to adjust it, that is very easy to go. Alright, let's start. Let's see how it plays. Keep in mind, if you're getting this, you need to remap everything. I have some sound issues, but this is more like an emulator problem. Again, you need to remap, you need to set your emulator. So if you want to play this, just straight out of the box, stick a Pi in it and just go. You can forget about it. It's one big tutorial or technical nightmare if you ask me, if you want to set it up. There are some fellow YouTubers who make very good tutorials of it. So they will help you out if you want to have a big challenge. But as you can see, the end result is very cool. Goal next to for the Mega Drive. Alright, let's play a little bit of Neo Geo. More volume. I'm very curious how the D-pad is going to respond. So what I've noticed that with this D-pad, if you want to move and jump at the same time, this can be very challenging. You need to press it very hard. Sometimes I have this little weird thing going on, and then I have the problem with the LDK, for example. But the D-pad itself, or if you want to do moves, no. By the way, it's more like a personal handicap, but you're getting the point. Let's play some Super NES, Donkey Kong Country 2. Always pressing the wrong button. With the circle button, go away, stupid mouse. Sounds good. Crank up the volume. Oh wait, wicked. So the GBA part, as you can see here, I can hear the sound is a little bit poor, but the gameplay, not bad. I think more like an emulator problem. I just wanted to show you this that this can happen when you're modifying your system. That it's not always plug and play if it comes to emulators, that you need to search for the right emulator so you're going to get the best result. Keep that one in mind. So a quick test, the last test we need to do. The emulator of the GBA that is pre-installed this thing is not the best, but as you can hear, the sound is way better than all the other systems if you look at the, let's say, Popka2 and all the other Chinese knockoffs. So just wanted to show you this, just wanted to let you hear. Still need to do a lot of searching for a good emulator. As you can hear, it sounds like shit. It runs horrible. There were 2 emulators pre-installed on this thing, and both the other one didn't even boot the game, and the other one, this one, has sound problems and really poor frame rate. Alright, so let's test out a Game Boy Color game. Still, for a Game Boy game, I think it's pretty cool. Alright people, for the final conclusion about the Retroflag GPI case. This is going to be a very big final conclusion because I want to cover every experience I had with this thing. So, I hope you're ready for it. Let's go. Alright, let's talk about the screen. The screen itself, I really love it. I think this is one of the best screens I have seen in a budget system like this. And yes, it's a budget system. If you look at all the other systems, all the other Pi versions that cost, let's say, 200 euros, this one is pretty damn cheap and got a very nice screen. The D-pad, it works fine for, let's say, racing games, adventure games, but you want to have some fighting games and play it. No, it's not the best D-pad I have seen. I really like how they made the shoulder buttons one with the casing, but in overall I am not the biggest fan of it. If you look at the body compartment, for the nostalgia feeling, yes, very cool that you have old school batteries. You can put rechargeable batteries if you want, but to be honest, just put a lithium-ion battery inside, a big one like all the expensive Game Boy Pis, and you can just basically play for a very long time and easily recharge it. So, if you look at the cartridge at the top, I think it's a very nice thing. It gives this extra nostalgia feeling to it, and it's very easy to stick a Pi in it. So that's a very cool thing. But if you want to put the case together, install all of the software, there are some tutorials out there, for example with ET Prime. But I can tell you already, it's still very hard to do, because the lack of a USB connection is not very easy, if you ask me. So for the people who are searching and ready to go plug and play portable system, the GPI case is not the thing for you. It's something you need to see like a little project. It's very easy, plug and play, no soldering needed, and I really like what they're going with this. So this is what you're going to get. Let me know what you think of this. I really love to know. I spent a lot of hours getting this thing ready for the review, so I just wanted to say that. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to check the gaming channel if you're into gaming. And see you next time. Bye bye.